Learn Hindi debate phrases. I agreed, I'm not sure with.
मैं सहमत हूँ.
Welcome to the Friendly Argument Club. Hey, you are about to learn how to agree, disagree, and survive a conversation without throwing imaginary tomatoes. Let's make Hindi useful, funny, and easy to remember. Picture this. You are in a lively tea shop debate. One person says the best snack is samosa, another says pakora, and a third person is somehow campaigning for plain boiled peas. You smile bravely, sip chai, and enter the battlefield of opinions. In Hindi, if you want to say, I agree, you say.
मैं सहमत हूँ.
If you want to say, I do not agree, you say.
मैं सहमत नहीं हूँ.
If you support an idea, say.
मैं इसके पक्ष में हूँ.
If you oppose it, say.
मैं इसके खिलाफ हूँ.
Already, you sound smarter than the boiled peas candidate. Your key phrases today. Let's meet your phrase team one by one. Think of them as 8 tiny actors in a dramatic language soap opera. I agree equals.
मैं सहमत हूँ.
I do not agree equals.
मैं सहमत नहीं हूँ.
I am in favor of it equals.
मैं इसके पक्ष में हूँ.
I am against it equals.
मैं इसके खिलाफ हूँ.
I understand your point equals.
मैं तुम्हारी बात समझता हूँ.
You're right equals.
तुम सही हो.
I see that differently equals.
मैं इसे अलग तरह से देखता हूँ.
I am not sure equals.
मुझे पक्का नहीं है.
Mini story at the tea stall. Now listen to a short story and let the phrases do the heavy lifting. You just enjoy the drama. You are standing at a tea stall in Delhi. Your friend Raj says, this stall has the best chai in the city. You nod and say.
मैं सहमत हूँ.
Then another friend claims, and pineapple belongs in chai. You freeze. Even the pigeons look offended. You answer.
मैं सहमत नहीं हूँ.
Raj laughs and says, we should vote on this terrible idea. You announce.
मैं इसके खिलाफ हूँ.
Your cousin, who enjoys chaos, says, actually, I support it. You stare in respectful horror and say.
मैं इसे अलग तरह से देखता हूँ.
Then your aunt arrives, wise and calm. She listens to everyone and says.
मैं तुम्हारी बात समझता हूँ.
Suddenly the argument becomes civilized. A miracle. Finally, the stall owner tastes the pineapple chai experiment and says.
मुझे पक्का नहीं है.
That is the politest possible way to say, something has gone very wrong. Agree, disagree, and sound polite. You do not need to shout to sound strong. In fact, calm Hindi sounds cooler than dramatic table banging. If someone says, your idea is good, and you agree, say.
मैं सहमत हूँ.
If someone says, let's paint the office neon orange, and you reject that life choice, say.
मैं सहमत नहीं हूँ.
If a plan seems good and you support it, say.
मैं इसके पक्ष में हूँ.
If the plan is terrible, dangerous, or involves karaoke before breakfast, say.
मैं इसके खिलाफ हूँ.
If you want to show respect before disagreeing, say.
मैं तुम्हारी बात समझता हूँ.
If the other person is correct, say.
तुम सही हो.
If you disagree but want to stay graceful, say.
मैं इसे अलग तरह से देखता हूँ.
If you are uncertain, confused, or mentally buffering, say.
मुझे पक्का नहीं है.
Dialogue drill. Let's do a spoken drill. Imagine each scene and repeat the Hindi line after hearing it. Friend. This is a great idea. You.
मैं सहमत हूँ.
Coworker. Let's hold a meeting at 5 a.m. You.
मैं सहमत नहीं हूँ.
Group. We should choose this plan. You support it.
मैं इसके पक्ष में हूँ.
Group. We should replace lunch with motivational speeches. You.
मैं इसके खिलाफ हूँ.
Friend explains their opinion clearly. You want to show empathy.
मैं तुम्हारी बात समझता हूँ.
Your friend guesses the answer correctly. You say.
तुम सही हो.
Everyone loves the movie ending, but you do not. You say.
मैं इसे अलग तरह से देखता हूँ.
Someone asks, is this definitely correct? You hesitate.
मुझे पक्का नहीं है.
Quick quiz, no flying tomatoes. Time for a tiny quiz. You answer in your head, out loud, or with full game show energy. How do you say, I agree?
मैं सहमत हूँ.
How do you say, I do not agree?
मैं सहमत नहीं हूँ.
How do you say, I am in favor of it?
मैं इसके पक्ष में हूँ.
How do you say, I am against it?
मैं इसके खिलाफ हूँ.
How do you say, I understand your point?
मैं तुम्हारी बात समझता हूँ.
How do you say, you're right?
तुम सही हो.
How do you say, I see that differently?
मैं इसे अलग तरह से देखता हूँ.
How do you say, I am not sure?
मुझे पक्का नहीं है.
A useful conversation formula. Here is your secret weapon. Real conversations become easier when you stack phrases like building blocks. Try this pattern. First show understanding, then give your opinion. For example,
मैं तुम्हारी बात समझता हूँ.
then say either,
मैं सहमत हूँ.
or.
मैं सहमत नहीं हूँ.
You can also say,
मैं इसे अलग तरह से देखता हूँ.
which sounds softer and more diplomatic. If you want to praise the other person's idea, add.
तुम सही हो.
If you still need time, finish with.
मुझे पक्का नहीं है.
Congratulations. You now sound like a calm, intelligent human instead of a broken opinion machine. Friendly conclusion. You did it. You just learned how to agree, disagree, support, oppose, understand, and hesitate in Hindi without losing your smile. Today you practiced.
मैं सहमत हूँ. मैं सहमत नहीं हूँ. मैं इसके पक्ष में हूँ. मैं इसके खिलाफ हूँ. मैं तुम्हारी बात समझता हूँ. तुम सही हो. मैं इसे अलग तरह से देखता हूँ.
And.
मुझे पक्का नहीं है.
Thank you for listening. Keep practicing these phrases out loud, use them in real conversations, and come back soon for more English to Hindi learning fun.